3 words. PigCake Live. 2 words. 2 words. PigCake Live. Welcome. Welcome to another little bit of a live stream. We're here live from the UME Studios.
Shout out.
UME Studios, Florida is the worst amusement park of all time. I come in here. First of all, you made me scooter here today.
I did.
You made me scooter here today.
But I can't drive.
You can't drive. You can't drive technically.
At all.
Why?
No, because I wasn't feeling well.
Oh, you weren't feeling well. Okay. Welcome to PigCake Live. Not yet ham radio. All right, not yet ham radio. We're not up there yet. We're not doing the whole official
thing.
Yeah, we're doing still the half-assed. It's still gonna be the same shit though. Honestly, the only difference is gonna be
we might add like a light here or there, or like
this might as well be ham radio. We're not really adding much production value. However, we are the premier show on YouTube for nothing, absolutely nothing.
But we're the Seinfeld of the magic community.
In general, yeah. I don't want to like box in only magic though. I feel like I want to get other things because
dating advice.
I don't want to get into the
automotive advice.
Yeah, I do. Well, I mean, every time we talk cars, you get really offended because
don't even get me started. Bro.
My let's show you for a second here. Introduce yourself.
I'm Danny. I like cars.
If you guys want to replace Daniel, that's pigcake with 2 E's at gmail.com. Please send me your resumes. I'm looking for absolutely anyone. Anyone at this point. It doesn't matter if you could speak or not. All you need to do is just switch buttons. Just press buttons and you'll be good to go. And you'll be the new Daniel. So today we have an action-packed episode. We're going to talk about my issue with the magic memers.
Oof.
With the magic memers. I had a little bit of a kerfluffle with the magic memers on Instagram. I thought there were 3 accounts. It turns out there's 37 accounts for magic memes.
From one family. From one family. That's
racist. But they all came at me really hard when it came to memeing, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about magic cyborgs, and we're also going to be talking about a restaurant that some dude's trying to open dedicated to magicians, which just brings my virginity level up to the absolute max here.
Are we investing in that restaurant?
We're not. No, I refuse to invest in anything.
Gotta go to my girlfriend.
Okay, but let's go back here. You made me scooter to your house today.
I did.
Okay. I don't know if you know this about where I'm from, but it's in the Pina region of the United States of America, also otherwise known as Florida.
Yeah.
South Florida.
South Florida.
And the way people drive here, it's akin to, I don't know, that like cousin that you have that got out of jail.
Yeah.
And
shout out to Robertito, bro.
There you go. For me, it's Tyshawn. It's Tyshawn for me. But it's like Tyshawn that he just got out of jail and he's used to like a sedentary life. He's not used to driving. And then you put him on the road and everyone drives like that. So they merge without looking. They just drive into you. And when you're driving a little bit of a Razor scooter with an electric motor on it against a Honda, a RAV4 being driven by a Central American, you really have a hard time not losing your life. So I almost lost my life 3 times today, so that's great.
Better than 4?
Better than 4, yeah, thankfully, sir. So I appreciate you making me do that.
Gotta use the scooter, bro. Makes you look cool.
It doesn't.
Yes, it does.
There's no way.
PigCake looks so cool in that scooter. It looks like he just started a startup company.
That's one of the recurring things. Every time I see somebody in a scooter, it looks like they're going on the way to their stand-up. Somebody recognized Brian Scalabrine as the actual picture for the thumbnail. Shout out to Jacob Burnham 52. Although you know what? No, I take it back.
Oh,
I take it back.
Almost had it.
My next rant video is gonna be on people that have 52 at the end of their
or 54.
No, 52.
Okay.
Everyone has 52 at the end of their Instagram because I think it started from one person who does puzzles, right? He does puzzles.
Penn and Teller.
This is why I'm looking for a new Daniel. So bitches do not like scooters. That's the opposite. That's the absolute opposite of what happens. So we have an action-packed episode. Make sure to follow us on Ham Radio. We're going to be moving to that pretty soon. The link is in the description below. Make sure to subscribe to that. Look for us on social media, Ham Radio. Today you posted a little bit of a video. Why don't you talk about that video?
I forgot what video I posted. What was it? Man Crush. The Man Crush. Yeah.
Cyril Takayama.
Yeah, Cyril Takayama.
He's so hot. Cyril's so hot. Like, I don't understand why people... you have this thing where you don't like Asians.
I love it. No.
Okay.
They don't. Sorry, that's fucked up.
I find Asians very attractive. And you could tell by that video I made about it was a Korean America's Got Talent. No, Korea's Got Talent.
Yeah, but that's different.
That I said was
Koreans are different. See, when I think of Asia, I think of China. Everyone else is different than China.
You know, India is in Asia, right?
Wow,
you know, part of Russia.
I was gonna say some fucked up.
Yeah, the Middle East. There's a lot of Middle Eastern countries.
Are they Asians? Are they Chinos?
Technically.
Nice.
Okay. There's a lot more to Asia than that.
Chinese food?
That's funny. 52 is my Virginia level. Oh, sorry. See, I'm even more racist than I thought. It was Vietnam Got Talent, and I kept saying Korea's Got Talent because I was being very, very racist when it comes to that. So as far as that, I think that's a good intro. Make sure to subscribe to everything. Make sure to do all the things that people do because we're going to be moving on to ham radio. Same time, same everything. And the only difference is that it's a different channel.
And like
because.
And like the stream.
Uh-huh.
And like the stream. They should like thumbs up.
Yeah, you should do that. You should do all those things before we start. So what are we going to start with, Daniel? What are we going to start? We're going to talk about magic memes.
Yeah, I think you've been ringing my ear for the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, you have a camera though. So when you talk, you could put the camera so people understand.
I gotta do this stuff, and it's like I gotta focus.
That's why I pay you the big bucks. Okay, that's why I pay you the big bucks.
This guy has not stopped, bro.
Okay,
this guy has not stopped.
Okay, case in point, I made a video not so long ago, Daniel. I made a little bit of a hot video,
which was great, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I was lamauing.
I was lamauing as well. There were a couple moments that I was watching that video. But then here's the thing. So I made a video saying that magic memes are garbage, and people got offended because the people that made the memes, turns out that they don't like having their work being called garbage. So I got a bunch of DMs, I got a bunch of messages, I got a bunch of people in the comments of that particular video saying,
almost instantly, huh?
Almost, no, it took 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, they were asleep. But they messaged me to no avail. It was a bunch of people commenting saying, hey, PigCake, you know, we do this for fun. We're bringing smiles to people's faces. And then I apologized on Instagram.
You did. That was a very, very sincere apology.
Could you do me a favor? Could you look up, I don't know if you could look it up.
Your story?
On it, yeah. If you go to Instagram on your...
No, because it's already...
No, it's something that I archived. So you should be able to see it on the, you know, those little things? So if you look at my profile, look it up in the background while I mention this here. I'm going to bring you up, by the way, from 240p for that, if you do this correctly. So I upset a bunch of magic memers. They decided to make a bunch of comments. I put a story apologizing about them, and it was you know, it was a fun time. I think the whole video was a meme, which is what people don't understand. The whole thing's a meme. My life is a meme. I'm a magician. My livelihood is faking powers that don't exist. So when people get offended because I'm calling out magic memes, imagine you're combining memes and magic into one and you're expecting people to take you seriously. I wouldn't say so. It's criminal that you only have 171 followers, RB. That's true. It is criminal. Did you change? I don't know what you're doing right now.
I'm trying to like log in. It won't let me do unless I log in.
Okay, because it's right now it's zoomed into my face. I don't understand what numbers. Did you press numbers?
You see? And then everything else up. See, we gotta work on that.
No. Well,
we're not.
It's not gonna.
I did because I was putting in a password.
Okay, it's zoomed in.
Shut up. We're good.
There's a bunch of stuff on the.
Not anymore.
Okay.
I can't type.
So you were trying to put in a password?
Yeah.
Okay. The intro's playing.
No, it's not.
It played.
Nope. You're looking at things, dude.
So I left a little bit of a fake apology. That's the point. I left a little bit of a fake apology on Instagram that I wish we could have pulled up, but I guess it's hard to do stuff when it requires...
It's not me, bro. It's not me, bro.
So I wanted to show you guys the video or the apology, which I found a little bit interesting. If you haven't seen the video, it's called Magic Memes Are the Worst. And honestly, magic memes are still the worst. Nobody's changed my opinion. They're still garbage.
They're hilarious.
If you want to come at me, come at me. Honestly, I'd love to get one of these people on the show and have a little chat, like have an argument.
Leave us a voicemail.
Leave us a voicemail. I think we should have a Discord when it comes to... we should do the Discord argument with them live, which would be great.
We need like a translator. Racist?
That's a little bit racist.
Racist?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another thing.
Nope. Nope.
What's happening?
No, bro. You're freaking out, man.
There's stuff happening that I'm... Mad computer skills, Danny. Your computer skills are being tested here. So I got a lot of hate. But I gotta say, you know what? I'm sticking to my opinion because it's all a joke. We're all a joke. If you're taking yourself too seriously when you're making magic memes, people are dying every day, man, and you're complaining about magic memes. So that's. But
the whole thing is a meme, though.
It's a meme. Yeah, that's the point.
Like, we're memeing on your meme, dude.
Yeah, I'm memeing on your meme. I don't understand what the point is. And then here's the worst part. Here's the part that I find absolutely atrocious, which is you have an opportunity, right? So I call attention to your memes. So what do you do as a response?
You make a meme.
You make memes. And the memes they made in rebuttal to me making fun of their memes
are the greatest memes of all time.
Even worse than Titanic.
What?
Worse than, no, the actual event, not the movie.
Oh, because come on, dude.
I want to say it's worse than...
No.
Okay. I want to say worse than...
I'll have to close the show, bro.
The
Phillips up the bruise.
It rhymes with Flime 11.
Oh, no. Okay, I was thinking something else.
What were you thinking of?
The Olo Stas.
Oh, no, I wouldn't go there.
Yeah.
I would not go there. But I made some. I thought I made some strides in the meme community. I thought I inspired them to make better memes, and it turns out that they made worse memes. There was one meme in particular that I wish you could show. That was of the meme of Quentin Tarantino. He's like, he's doing
that
this.
Was such a good one.
Around his house, right? Which is implying what? That nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And it says. When PigCake or something in relation to me making a meme, but it didn't make sense with the context of the meme. And my boy Lucas, I saw Lucas in the on the comments there defending it, saying this meme is garbage. This meme.
What's
doesn't
the
make
account's
sense.
name?
No, it doesn't matter, dude. They're all meme magician, meme cardist or memes. All right, but case in point, I think that's all I really wanted to do. I should have made a rebuttal video on afterwards, like magic meme accounts are the worst. Not just magic memes are the worst. Magic meme accounts are the worst.
Part 2 coming.
Part 2, yeah, that's gonna come up. But the next video is actually gonna be on why 52 should not be used at the end of your using.
I should cancel my tattoo then.
It should definitely not be. Yeah, your fucking special 69 tattoo. That's the one that we're gonna do.
That's what
the
we're doing.
69 where you have the playing card under the length of your penis.
We should go together.
Is there anything else you wanted to talk about magic memes? I know I wanted to mention it, and I wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit. Not so much.
what did you guys... Like, what did they tell you? Like, what were they saying?
They were saying that I picked the 3 worst memes, and that they were upset that it's like, hey, why'd you pick the 3 worst memes to show people on the video? And I said, I picked 3 memes at random. At random, I picked 3 memes, which means that if I'm using a random sample of your memes...
That and 3 of the shitty ones come up.
I picked literally 3 from 3 different parts of the Instagram, and I was scrolling, and they said, "Why'd you pick 3 of the worst memes?" And I said, "No, I picked them at random. They're all garbage." I'm sorry to tell you. Listen, man, my channel's not for everyone. All right, some people watch my channel and they say, "Hey,
taste.
This guy is not funny." I'm looking at this guy's videos, and wow, I'm not laughing. I get comments all the time on a daily basis saying, "Hey, PigCake, you need to kill yourself. Your channel's terrible. What are you doing? What is this? You talk too much. You're making videos about magic tutorials. Just get to the tutorial. Why are you telling me about your grandmother's dry vagina?" Like that's the joke. The joke is that it's different from the other channels because of the interaction and the humor. But instead, people want to jump on that. So I acknowledge that. If you don't find my channel funny, that's fine. If I don't find your shitty magic meme account funny, that's my opinion.
I mean, 52, bro.
Hashtag 52.
So, any plans of maybe creating your own meme account, PigCake?
I tried. I'm not even kidding. A couple days ago, I went up to Instagram. I put up the account, and then I put Magic Memer 69. That was my account.
Incognito.
Magic Memer 69. And then Instagram is the hardest thing to make a multiple account, because to make another account is like, oh, we're gonna send you a number, and I just didn't do it. I just didn't do it. It didn't let me fucking
go through. It's not that hard, bro.
No, it didn't let me go through because I already have multiple accounts, and then to add one extra, maybe I was using the same phone number as another account.
You have a phone number now?
Yeah, or an email, and it was dumb. So case in point, I wanted to make an account called Magic Meme 69, and I wanted to put what I wanted to do. I'm just gonna say this because I'm not gonna do it anymore. Was I wanted to get the account big, so I wanted to make the account as big as possible, right? Using the same style of meme that I posted on my Instagram, which is a garbage meme. Drake doing this, and then the fucking magic memes be like, hey, it didn't make any sense.
I mean, I thought it made perfect sense. I thought that was a...
And what I wanted to do was I wanted to get that account to like 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 followers, and then go, ha, you guys are stupid. You guys are stupid. These are all memes that I made within 2 seconds on imageflip.com.
Shout out.
Magic memes are dumb. Can I sell you a spare IG account? People sell accounts. People sell Instagram accounts. That's the thing. I didn't know that people did that. That's kind of an odd thing. They'll just build the account up. They'll say,
usually with like hot chicks, and then they're like, once they get it to like 10, 15, 20, 100 grand, they flip it.
They are so like, it's so unfair. If you're hot and on Instagram, you know the worst part is I've been clicking a lot of females on my Explore page. I've been clicking a lot of females and a lot of watches recently.
To show magic?
No, because they look hot. So I click on them, and then I just back. And then I scroll and then I click. Maybe it looks good like aesthetically, right? Not just the female, but the composition. So I click on it, and then now it's all females and watches.
Ooh, that's a good combination.
Yeah.
Better than magicians and watches.
Better than magicians and watches. That's at least a good thing. What's the other one here? And that's your mom. So Dan Pizza making fun of my mom. My mom's 4'11" and really fat. That's the one thing that I don't understand when people make fun of my mom. Somebody made fun of my mom the other day, and I'm like, you're gonna fuck a woman that's 4'11" and 210. That's gross. So good for you, man.
They're keeping track of your case in point.
Case in point. Okay. Well, maybe you should keep in track of my fucking dick. Jeez. Oh my god, my fucking nose itches because my mustache is pushed on my fucking... And the string. I have 2 strings that are busting out. So today we're drinking a White Claw Mango.
Send us money.
White Claw Mango. They're running out. They're not sending any money to anyone because they're running out.
They're not running out, bro. It's a scam.
It's not a scam. It's
how many of those cases, not bottles, cases were at that store we went to today?
That's because they were smart and they took all of them. By the way, here's something coming out on Magic Stream. Look at this. Here's Magic Stream. You ready? Look, we have a coaster here, right? An ordinary coaster. But watch, if I just do this, the corner disappears. Does that look good? It actually look good. But if I just rub my hand again, look, the coaster actually heals itself.
Oof.
Did that look good?
Oof.
Yeah. It broke. So the coaster broke. I should have done this maybe, like one of these. Right? And then kind of put it in my mouth and then done that.
Oof.
Out of my mouth.
Yeah,
so the coaster broke. And it didn't fall that much. It was from here. I just let it drop from here and the coaster broke. So I'm very disappointed. So you know what? Stone Cold Steve Austin. It is. I'm retiring this coaster. I smashed this on my head pretty hard. Are you putting this here? Thank you. All right. So we're retiring it?
That's it. I'm going to hang it up with the rest.
That's gross. Why did that fool me? That's Stefan. Maybe because you like magic memes on your spare time. Dude got blasted, man. Dude got blasted.
Why? What happened?
Because in the meme video.
Oh, he liked them?
Stefan liked this meme. Dude got wrecked. You got hammered, dude. You got smashed, my son.
The community came hard, bro.
So case in point, we
now I hear it, bro.
What? Oh, fucking. You know what?
What number is that, guys?
You could fuck yourself with the case in point. So magic memes, that's it. So magic memes, there might be a new video coming out about that sometime soon. There might be a video under 52. It's just annoying though.
I mean, you got to keep going with it though.
Back and forth.
I thought it was too good.
Next topic. Restaurant for magicians.
Oof. Which we are no longer investing in.
No, we're not investing in it at all. So we saw I saw an article today, as a matter of fact, about this marriage that's being torn apart. This marriage that's being torn apart. It's a couple, and the husband happens to be a chef. And what's he want to do? He wants to invest in a restaurant specifically designed for magicians or ordinary people to take their significant other to this restaurant. And the person has no idea what's going on. However, everyone in the restaurant is using magic methods to impress the waitress. So for example, you might go to the restaurant and you might tell the waiter to name any card. And he's always going to name the 7 of hearts because he's been trained to name the 7 of hearts. So you could do whatever you want with that information. You could request cards to be inserted in your food.
That's the greatest fucking gimmick of all time, dude.
So the thing is that you are essentially raping the female into this because you're not telling her. So you're pulling it up right here.
Yeah.
So what's gross here is if you could click on there should be a Twitter. I think it should load in a little bit as you scroll up. Scroll up. In the middle of the article.
Is it that one? My husband, 32F.
In the middle of the article, there's literally a Twitter picture.
Is it that one right there? No, you see it.
I can't see it because I'm on the delay, dude.
It's on there. No, it's on there.
Okay, good.
It's on there now.
Click on that if you can. So I'm going to take a look at this right here. So pretty much the idea is that this marriage is crumbling because this guy's seriously considering doing this with his significant other.
Which
she
is
wants
the
to,
greatest idea of all time.
I think it's terrible.
Dude, can you imagine taking a chick? Hey, girl, I'm going to take you on a date.
Yeah.
Right? She's like, oh my God. Okay, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. And you guys go.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's go have dinner. And then you're there. And you whip out a deck of cards because you should be carrying a deck of cards. Okay.
I hope you're showing yourself.
No, because we're doing the other thing over here.
Okay, but you can still show yourself because you're talking. People, they're seeing a disembodied head talk right now.
Hold on, bro, because now I got to do this.
Yeah.
Then I got to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm saying you go there. You're like, damn, girl, I'm going to show you a good time. Yeah. Then be like, oh my God. You whip out a deck of cards. And you're like, girl, pick a card. Any card. 7 of hearts.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
That's the card.
You force 7 of hearts. When she goes to eat her freaking pot roast, it's the 7 of hearts. Bro. Panty dropper.
You know, I fear you being single and knowing magic tricks. I fear that because just hanging out with you, you're very friendly when it comes to people. So you're very friendly and I'm not. When it comes to people, if I'm at a restaurant, I'm there to do one thing, and that's to eat. And maybe I might have some banter if you start, right? If the person starts. But I'm not going to go out of my way to be like, hey, yo, what's up, Nancy? Yeah, what's up? How you doing, girl? You do that.
Yeah, I do.
You do that.
But we always get hooked up every time that happens, bro.
But then here's the thing. I feel like had you been single and had you learned magic, like now, that would happen all the time. You'd be like, hey, Nancy, I got something
What's
for
that
you.
behind your ear? The little thing dangling. Did you see the thing on her ear or no?
Yeah.
How gross is that? It's fucked up.
It's like a growth.
Dude, imagine, hey, what's that behind that growth? Card.
Or no.
Coin.
Puss. I've been clicking on this fucking video for 37 minutes. Let's go back to the article here. I'm about to lose my mind here. So we have a little bit of an article here. This guy's family, his wife wants to divorce him pretty much because he wants to open up a restaurant dedicated to this. So you busted out the article here. Yeah. As a matter of fact, you know what I should do? I should just look for the article, right, that I sent to you. Because I'm trying to be professional here and go to the Google Doc that we've established as Ham Radio LLC Enterprise Incorporated. But it turns out...
in Nevada.
Right. To make sure we don't get those...
Panama Papers.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? Magician Restaurant. And now, you know what it's going to do? It's going to give me a bunch of magicians.
It's the first one. Give me the first one.
Thank you. Okay, so at least this is cool. So let's... so you clicked on the Twitter, right? Mm-hmm. So pretty much, yeah, the wife here is seriously considering leaving her husband because this guy wants to invest in this restaurant. And she thought it was a joke. Haha, joke's on her because their financial future is in the hands of this absolute retard. So let me read through this. So the meals served to customers can be requested to have particular playing cards secreted inside to allow for spectacular reveals.
Fucking genius.
If you ask a waiter to think of a card, he will always say the 7 of hearts.
Fucking genius.
The idea, it seems, is that you want an environment for men on dates. Are you showing me, by the way?
No, because we're still this thing.
Okay, so let's do it because, again, disembodied here.
Whoops.
PigCake with 2 E's at gmail.com. Send your resume. All right, we're gonna have interviews next month. So it says here, the idea here is to allow for an environment where men on dates are able to impress their companions with seemingly spontaneous magic tricks requiring little skill, or where amateur magicians can go to perform relaxed, impromptu shows.
You know what that says to me? Panty dropper.
I've never imagined a scenario where a female will be drier. You can make a souffle in that bitch from how dry it is.
Dude, you're telling me that if you and I went out right now, right, bro?
Yeah.
We're hanging out, 2 dudes doing dude stuff.
I already...
We went to Denny's like we did today. Grabbed that burger.
Okay.
All right, bro?
It was pretty average.
I forced you a card because I took cards with me, like I always do. And all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, Piggy, bro. Boom, you choose this card. You take a bite out of your burger.
Yeah.
Boom, there's the card.
I would leave.
You wouldn't throw your underwear at me, bro?
I would leave.
greatest thing ever, bro.
I would leave. So here the article, the female I think that wrote this. This seems like it's a female that wrote this. William Hughes. That's funny. You could tell based on the language whether it's a male or female usually that wrote an article, because females are very whimsical. I made the mistake of thinking that this dude's use of SAT words, he's using like unnecessary,
Use some crazy
highfalutin words that are trying to make him sound smart here. So he's here talking about the idea of this, and it might actually cause the end of this marriage, which is funny because I think the marriage should have ended by just being a magician. A magician. Every time I hear somebody that's like, hey, I do magic tricks, my wife loves them, I'm like, you need to make sure.
Do you have a good divorce
she never
lawyer?
leaves you. Huh?
Do you have a good divorce lawyer, maybe?
Good prenup, maybe.
You know?
Like, hey, if you find out that I did magic tricks, I really hope that you can't divorce me for knowledge of me doing magic tricks.
But if you own a meme account, divorce.
Let me tell you, even worse than doing magic tricks to try to get laid is being a meme magician. Being a meme magician. Meme magician 52. If your tag on Instagram is meme magician 52 and you post memes that are similar to the one that I posted on Instagram, if we ever came to a self-defense situation, I wouldn't even need to do any physical actions to make sure that I destroy you. All right, because I could just destroy you with my gaze. All right, because you're not used to that shit. Because you're socially isolated. So if I do this, you're gonna be like no and melt.
Diarrhea.
Jesus fuck. So I think that's a very interesting concept. I thought there's always magic restaurants.
I mean, I like the concept though. Like seriously, I like the concept. I think that's pretty cool.
But the whole restaurant is based around this gimmick that people are gonna find out about. The gimmick is the female doesn't know. So the female doesn't know that you're taking her to this fake restaurant where you are planting stuff, or where stuff is planted for you, and you could show her something spontaneously.
Yeah.
But imagine the cringe if she's like, "Hey, honey, I read an article. The restaurant you took me to, it seems like they do the tricks for you. Did you take me to this restaurant?" Because imagine the preparation that you have to have in your mind. Oh, I'm going to take this bitch to fucking, I don't know, magic. What's the name of it?
You can't take dogs to restaurants.
Okay. I don't know what would be the name of this restaurant.
Restaurant 52?
It'd be the double lift. Right?
A double lift?
You know, it's a really good name for oh, fuck.
The double undercut?
That's a really good name for a barbershop.
What?
For like a magic barbershop. The double undercut.
The double undercut. Ooh.
I think that's a really good name. You could order the double undercut.
Let me get the number one double.
You know what it is? It's a high top fade. That's what it is.
With zigzag lines?
It's a high top fade with 52 written on the back of your stupid fucking head if you get that haircut.
Bro, a restaurant and a fucking barbershop.
Well, here's the thing. So magic restaurants and magic bars are a thing.
But is it like an actual thing? Is there restaurants out that have that sort of thing?
There are a couple. Really? They don't have that, but they have the whole theme of the restaurant are magicians. So
really,
you'll have when you go there.
You know a place like a name?
Fuck. I know that there's one in Chicago that I know.
That's like a magic cafe, or is it like?
It's a restaurant, so it's a magic themed restaurant. I know that Tom Mullica was talking about doing one, but then he died.
Oh, rip.
Yeah, so he wanted to do one that was like magic themed. I'm trying to remember the name of one, but there's a couple ones. But so the concept of that is all right because you have a restaurant and the theme happens to be magicians. This one, the theme of the restaurant is that it's a restaurant, and the waiters do stuff for you behind the scenes.
Can you imagine the requirements to be a waiter?
Yeah, hey, you have to name the 7 of hearts. Training. We're going to have one of our people come in here and ask you a card, and if you name any other card, we're going to put you on a pip. And I swear to God, 6 of hearts, 8 of hearts, no, my dude. 7 of hearts, or you're going to be in a performance improvement plan. You stupid.
Did you just throw out the word pip right now, dude?
Stupid. You stupid. 7 of hearts. Can you imagine that sit-down meeting with the boss? They're going to go like, hey, sit down, listen. The other day, I couldn't help but hear that you named the 4 of spades. Do you not know where you work? Turn around, and then they fucking just like. So that's one, and then what's funny too is this idea. Oh, they're gonna secrete cards in the food. So could you imagine ordering like, I don't know, like a fucking Moons Over Hammy, or like, I don't know, like a mashed potatoes, and then you're like, oh fuck, baby, I can't find your card, dude. I can't find it. I don't know where it is. Oh boy. Oh, the food's here. That's cool. Hey, why don't you...
How's mashed potatoes taste?
How about you pop open those mashed potatoes and see what's inside? How about you use a fork in there, open that shit up and see what's inside, huh? And you're just looking at her like... If I was a female, I'd leave. I would straight up stand up and leave.
Well, okay, hold on. I just got a solution. Instead of having the actual card inside of your food, maybe it's like a stamp. You know how they like grill a burger? Maybe it's grilled on the burger.
Okay.
Maybe like it's so on the mashed potatoes.
You're right. Okay.
Dude.
But then...
You're welcome.
Okay, so there's the too perfect theory, right, in magic. Whereas if something's too perfect, the next possible solution is usually the answer. So if, for example, if you see me go up to someone and I go, hey, I want you to name any card you want in the entire deck. They name a card. And I go, perfect, look. Right here in my pocket, there's one card. 7 of Hearts. You're going to think this person is a stooge. More likely than not, you'd be right, because there's very few methods that do that 100% accurate. So you'd be right about the method because it's too perfect. There isn't any sort of compromise. It's just, oh, you named that. What the fuck? So in this scenario, they come in. You do a card. You're going to have to bring cards on you, first of all. Or cards are going to be there.
I mean, you don't carry cards with you all the time?
I do not.
What kind of magician are you, bro?
One that hates magicians. So you fucking, you first of all, you're going to have to do a force on her, right? So you go, oh, hey, baby. And you know this place is not designed for real magicians. It's designed for like amateurs. So it's going to be one of these. Call stop.
Stop.
Look at that card. Don't forget it. Was this your card? No? Okay. Oh, the mashed potatoes are here?
Oh, what's that impression on the
What's she going to think? Oh, so you told the waiter to put the card in mashed potatoes? So wait a second. So you knew that you were going to show me a card trick, and you told the waiter to put the card in mashed potatoes. So you knew that you were going to take the cards out. So you brought cards on you? Like,
well, what if it's so amazing that it blows her away that she never even comes to that conclusion?
The whole idea makes me want to get audited. Honestly, I'd rather get audited than this place start up. It's not even like involving me, right? But I would rather get audited than for somebody to open this restaurant and prosper. That's how anti this idea I am. That I'd rather have the IRS come in and then have to have me separate all the receipts that I've had for dumb shit. I got a Bang Energy from CVS yesterday.
Here's this one, okay.
And then I went to the other CVS and I got a Gatorade. I want to have to go back to those CVS's and go, yeah, so I need the receipts for the Gatorade and the Bang Energy drink that I bought today because I'm getting audited. And it turns out you can't consider those deductions. So, case in point, this is an awful restaurant, and I hope the idea doesn't take off. Good luck. Good luck.
Because I'm going to finance this restaurant, and you know what I'm going to call it?
Taking a date to this restaurant is the same as telling a date you know a magic trick. Well, that chastity lock up, boys. What were you going to call the restaurant? I'm sorry I interrupted you.
PigCake.
Yeah.
PigCake.
Wow,
that way you get some pork and cake. And then the cake is going to be the card reveal.
Okay, so we're going to move on to the next topic. Unless you want to keep talking about this restaurant.
I'm good, bro.
The PigCake Factory. This is Brian Connor. You know that PigCake Factory? Cheesecake Factory is the greatest restaurant of all time.
Oh, so fucking good.
I'll tell you why Cheesecake Factory is the greatest restaurant. Because I've never seen a restaurant that doesn't know what the fuck it wants to be. You go to Cheesecake Factory, they give you a pamphlet.
Yeah. As thick as that notebook.
They give you this notebook. And you don't even, what's the type of food? American? It's not American.
Everything.
They got pasta, but they got Egyptian hieroglyphs and Egyptian columns. But then they got a Greek, like Greeks in the back. It's like the weirdest combination of dumb shit. And you go in there and you're like, hey, yeah, let me get a burger.
I've never had the burger at Cheesecake.
It's fucking amazing.
No,
dude.
that's not true.
The burgers.
That mac and cheese burger.
4 cheese pasta is my favorite thing. But here's the thing: do you go and if it's lunchtime? Here's a scam that they get you with. You go on a lunch, right? And then they go, "Oh, you want the lunch portion?" No, give me the dinner portion. The dinner portion, bro. They bring you a bucket of pasta, and then you
that's
eat
good
it.
for like 2 or 3 days, bro.
No, it's good for that. I
what?
eat it.
You eat the whole thing?
I eat the whole thing.
That's a lot of food, bro.
Listen, the point is that you eat it. I like to feel like I hate myself. And anytime I eat to the point of like passing out, there's a point when you start doing this, when you eat. You know what I'm talking about? When you eat so much and you go, huh. That reminds me. You know how you know you're gay? You know how you know you're actually gay? If a dude sucks your dick, and then you do this.
That's how you know.
That's how you know you're gay. It could be not gay until the moment when you go, and you just moan a little bit. Then it's like, oh, dude, you made this gay. That's how you know you're gay.
Come on, bro.
That's how you know. So you go to Cheesecake Factory, and then you eat until the point where you go, and then you feel good. That's what I do every single time. I get the 4 cheese, and then I just go in and I get to that point where I breathe.
They have several good dishes there, bro.
It's a great thing.
You know what's a good thing about that spot too? You can get an 18-year-old Macallan, the cheapest at any fucking bar.
I thought you were gonna say 18-year-old. Like those, you can find those at the 18-year-olds. I was gonna say you can find those at the playground. You got my mouth in there? I got my mouth in there. That's the way you know you're gay, though. I like that. I like that meme. I told that to my friend, and he died. That's how you know you get if you moan a little bit.
If you moan just a tad.
If you go like that, that's it. That's the sound.
That's the one, bro.
That's the sound you make.
That's the one that set you up.
So the next topic is a cyborg magician. So we're going to be talking about a cyborg magician. Here has to be one of the most retarded people.
We got to get that person on the show.
We do. They're actually interviewed by Discourse in Magic. They're actually being interviewed, I think. I saw it on Instagram.
That's a good podcast.
This is a female that is a magician, so she has problems. And she made this whole thing where she has implants in her body that help her and aid her with the magic. So she has magnets in her skin. She has a Bluetooth earpiece surgically implanted in her ear. So if you look at her ear, she doesn't have anything overtly, but she's getting signals secretly from
Is that Raven?
Stage. No.
Is that Raven?
No, that's not Raven.
Cyborg.
That's a cyborg. Yeah, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say, but Raven and her menopause. Yeah, her name is Anastasia Sin. That's the name of the lady with the implants and stuff. She sounds like a porn star. Anastasia Sin it's a porn name.
It is a porn name.
That's a porn name.
Is she part of the 52?
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't think so. But she probably has the fucking...
And it's a magnet.
You know what I like about her, though? That she doesn't need keys. She could just, like, implant and then she swipes her hand on the door.
Like an NFC on her hand or something.
Like a fucking retard. I'm sorry, I don't mean that. I don't know this person. She could probably be the best person in the world. But I just have this fear of stuff that nobody else is doing in the planet, such as implanting stuff on your person, because you don't know the long-term effects of having a microchip implanted in your skin. That's not, the human body is not designed for that. Are you showing this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, so she has a little...
Is the picture that's on, is that her?
That's a fucking...
Her face?
Oh man, that's like a Photoshop.
Oh, but is it her face?
That's what she looks like, but that's like a marketing pic of her face there. But case in point, so she has a bunch of stuff that you can keep scrolling through the article, but she has a bunch of stuff that she has implanted on her person. She has magnets. She has implants. So she has little Bluetooth receivers. Honestly, it's kind of dope. I know that I'm memeing and saying that she's kind of dumb, but it's kind of dope because she has obviously the ability to do all these things that nobody else can do in the planet.
She can't travel, though. How do you get through airport security?
I have to imagine she has to be on a whitelist somewhere. She has to be on a whitelist because could you imagine going through the fucking...
Dude, you're going to get rip out of your body.
I already get that, but I show up like this to an airport, so that's why you're doing it.
I'm here for the coffee.
So she has a little bit of an interview here with Stat News. And it says that she has 26 bodily implants, including microchips, magnets, and she's getting a 27th one at the time of this article. So she also mentioned that she might be actually getting that to 35. And here in the example part is the interesting idea. So here she says that I'll be able to try. Okay, go up to where it says. Yeah, go up to where it says on what she's doing. Oh, here. Okay, so that's funny. No, not that.
Okay.
I don't know what you did. But
on what she's doing?
No, just scroll up on where it says that it's like, give me an example. You're on a delay here. I feel like I'm talking to Daniel in the past. Okay, all right. I feel like I'm talking to past Daniel. And talking to past Daniel, it's like talking to future Daniel.
It's like, whoa, man.
But only in the past. You got
Which
that.
Daniel you talking to, bro?
You got that sour diesel. That's what it is. So it says an example, right, as far as what she could actually talk about. She said, I'll be able to read something by NFC, transfer it to my phone with Wi-Fi, transfer it to my hairpiece with Bluetooth, and then vibrate the magnet in my ear so I could receive secret information that no one else could hear.
And then die of cancer immediately.
I mean, the problem is that she obviously has no idea about the long-term ramifications of this. But I mean, as far as what she's doing, it's dope, because imagine you have this absolute unique method to you and only you in the entirety of the planet, where you could do these things that nobody else is doing on the planet, because you could have this thing receiving in your ear. You could literally do inject, as a matter of fact. Inject is one of those tricks that they have a method where the information is through an earpiece. So you could buy an earpiece and it says the method. She could do that without having any earpiece. So that's really dope. Is it worth it for magic tricks? No.
It costs her more than surgery, probably.
I mean, if I'm not even talking about card tricks, if I'm not even what do you call this? If I'm opposed to carrying cards, what makes you think I'll think about doing a surgery where I could implant?
She's like Charlie Day. She just loves magnets.
Is that what he does?
Thing. He loves magnets.
So let's see what it says about the TSA. I know that was in the bottom. If you scroll through, it says, "Oh, I know you get asked about the TSA a lot."
Yeah,
she's apparently married to Amazing Jonathan, so I didn't realize that was his wife.
The girl's in that video?
Yeah, wow.
No wonder he has cancer.
That's not contagious.
No?
No, and he has
the radiation?
He has a heart thing. He doesn't have cancer.
Really?
Yeah, I forgot what he has.
Is he still alive?
Yeah.
That guy's never gonna die.
No. I like what Penn said in a documentary. He's like, "Oh, the first time I heard that he's dead, I started, I was sad. And then now that it's the 11th time, I don't care." So he says, "I'm sure you get this question all the time. What is it like going through the TSA at the airport? I actually have no problem with TSA whatsoever. The first time I went through, I showed them my implants and I said, is this going to set off any detectors? And I was kind of proud to show it off. They said, I don't know. Why don't we try? And I went through the metal detector, nothing. Then I went through the other door, nothing. And since then, the wands haven't been getting me when I go into shows."
Wow. Yeah. That's crazy. That she was ballsy enough to go through one of those things.
Yeah. No, I would get through.
I would be like, no, I'm good, bro.
No, thank you. But could you imagine Amazing Jonathan can never kill her, because imagine like, oh yeah, we found the body, but it seems like this person has about 27 micro. They're always gonna know
who it is.
Yeah, they're always gonna know that it's him. You know how people usually, we're gonna take out the teeth and we're gonna eliminate all the things that could be indicative of this particular person. She has, she's fucked if she has an MRI. Ooh, I don't even want to think of that. I had an MRI once. It was, I think, one of the worst things I've ever experienced in my life, because it's like you're going into a giant donut, essentially. So you could take it off now from that, by the way. So you're going into a giant donut, pretty much. So you're just fucking doing this shit, and then the doctor's trying to take your attention.
Don't move.
And when I did this, I was with my mom, and you know how my mom is when she's like trying not for you to. So she's there telling me like, oh, it's gonna be over in a little bit. Don't worry. When I got hit by the car, my mom.
Well, that was recently too, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
On February.
I got one coming up.
When I got hit, she was there, right? So she got me in the hospital, and she was there, pretty much doing her best to embarrass somebody. Like, I mean, I'm almost.
Your mom's the greatest.
I don't want to say my age, but I'm up there.
Your mom's the greatest. And
she's there, like, the person's injecting me. And she's like, hey, look at me. I'm like, Mom, I will punch you right now. I will fight you. You don't understand what I'll do to you right now with a broken fucking ankle. I will destroy you. She's there like, look at me. Pay attention to me when the lady's trying to inject me. I'm like, I will end you right now.
I fucking love your mom.
So she was trying to do that with the MRI, and she was doing that again recently, which I just
Shout
found.
out to PigCake's mom.
Shout out to my fucking mother, who thinks it's good to embarrass my ass at this advanced age. So I find that really, really interesting. I'm trying to remember the other thing she was doing. That was funny. She was they were injecting my knee, right? Because my knee was split open. It looked like a pussy. So
what did they inject you with, bro?
Something to numb the pain.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And I almost passed out.
Dude, I'm sure, bro.
And my mom was doing, because my mom thinks she's psychic. So my mom was doing this on my knee. And I'm almost passing out. And then I'm like, Mom, what the fuck are you doing? She's like, let me do what I need to do. Like this. She was waving her hands.
How's your knee feel, by the way?
At the time?
No, now.
Now I could probably fucking knee a baby right now.
There you go, bro. Mom, you're welcome.
Oh, yeah, it was her.
Thank you, Mom.
It wasn't the fucking...
What needle were they giving you that they're
they injected. That's the injection. They were injecting my knee with this fucking solution.
What hospital did you go to?
I don't want to say that.
Like 1920s?
Oh, but it's the one by the...
Did they do this to you?
Might as well. It's the one that's very Catholic. But yeah.
Yeah, Busher's gonna go in there and go into the records.
He would do that and then find out, who had a fucking broken ankle at around this day. But she was there trying to just do this. She was there just trying to
I fucking love your mom.
Wave her hand over my shit. And then she's moaning shit. So she's like,
we need to document your mom and you together.
That's fucking... Piggy impersonating mom gave away that he's Hispanic. And my mom literally, that's a very Hispanic thing. That's a very Hispanic thing to be like, no, I got him. I'm gonna heal him. Don't worry. Not medical science, not the injection that this lady's doing, not the stitches, but her just. And then later she'll have the balls to say like, look, it worked.
Yeah.
What worked? So she was doing that, embarrassing me in the emergency room in front of the very attractive nurse. Just embarrassing the shit out of me.
I'm not with her.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
I just found her in the street.
She did the Mr. Miyagi. Dude, she did the Mr. Miyagi.
Oh, she Miyagi the shit out of you.
She was there waving her hands. I'm trying to remember what
wax on, wax off?
She did something else that killed me. She's just generally embarrassing. But and then she also did that. Obviously, when I had the MRI, I was like 13 or something. So she's there doing the whole like, pay attention to me, just listen to my voice. She did the same shit when I'm there at the hospital this year.
As a 42-year-old man.
As a 40-fucking-7-year-old man. Did she rub an egg on your split knee?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. What they do is that they get an egg and then they rub it on your wherever they think that you have like a bad part. And then the idea is that all the negative juju is transferred inside of the egg. So then when they break the egg, it's like supposed to be black inside because of all the negative spirits that were drawn into it. Oh
shit, that's crazy.
It's retarded. That's retarded. None of this works. None of that works. So we got voicemails. If you guys want to send a voicemail, the link is in the description below. You could send a little bit of a voicemail that we'll check on the show and we'll talk about it and we'll just address it, right? That's all we could do.
That's all we're gonna do right now.
So that's what we're gonna do. We have a couple here. So let's check this one out. This one's called horsecuck.hpv. You know it's crazy when your audio's turned off.
Question or anything, but I just wanted to say, hope you guys are having a good day and keep up the hard work. Love your channel.
Okay, so that was a positive message. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's better than the chainsaws.
It's a great day.
It's
Get to hang out with my boy.
Thank you, man. I can't go that far. Okay. It's better than the chainsaws that we usually get. It's better than the
threats.
The threats
of hating on meme.
No, they haven't left a message. I don't know why the fuck they haven't sent a message. Here is another one.
Hi guys. So right now I'm a beginner, and if I eventually get decent at Magic and build a couple of routines, I'm curious as to how I can actually earn some money from Magic. If it's possible, if it's doable. I don't know. Like, do you go for kids parties, for birthday parties, do you go for street magic, whatever it could be? I'm curious as to where to start, if it's possible. What do you think? So yeah, that's it.
Okay,
good
so
question.
I think there were like 14 questions there, but the point is, he's a beginner at Magic, and how could you make money with being a beginner at Magic? Well, obviously the easiest way is performing, right? So getting hired for gigs. The hardest way is to try to sell your products online. That's the hardest way because it's hard to get people to do that. So you need to have establish yourself. Luckily for me, how long have I been doing YouTube now? 3 fucking years.
3 years, season 3.
So season 3
with an explosion.
So usually it's performing is going to be the easiest way. So getting connections with people, and you'd be surprised as to how many people. I'm still alive. How many people are looking for magicians at all times? So one of the more lucrative parts of Magic are trade shows.
Yeah.
So for some reason, companies think that it's. I mean, I'm saying they think, but it is kind of it works. In trade shows, obviously, there's a lot of ground, there's a lot of foot traffic, as they say, and you need to stand out in your booth as much as you possibly can. So if you're a company and you want to stand out, what are you going to do? You're going to hire something to stand out. So you're going to have either like a raffle, or you're going to have a magician. And those are really lucrative because you're getting paid typically by really expensive companies to make sure that you're driving traffic. Now, the cringy thing about those is that, for example, you'll have a guy doing ambitious card, and then he'll be using like the motto of the business. So he's like, this deck represents all the people that are trying to buy soft drinks. This card is you. If you go in the middle of all this, how am I going to find you compared to the rest of the others? Well, I don't know. Maybe you're drinking Pepsi. That's you drinking Pepsi on top of the deck, on top of all the competition. So we're going to put you back in the middle, back drinking with all the other stuff. But what sets you apart from the other ordinary muggles? Well, you're drinking Pepsi. So your card's on top and you want to die. Boom. But so they're always tying in stuff to the company.
That's a question. Where can people go and learn that magic trick you just did? Or maybe different other ones?
Well, that's the PigCake Magic Academy. $5 a month gets you 2 videos every single week going over card and coin stuff from a beginner all the way to an expert level with over 250, I was going to say 1,000, 250 videos already going over everything you need to know to be the life of the party.
Or get a job at a trade show.
It was done.
Trade show. That's rough, though. A trade show would be something you have to work up to. So trade show is definitely something you have to work up to.
That's more than $5 a month.
Huh?
That's more than $5 a month.
More, yeah, but you get a lot of money.
Okay.
Actually, one of the just to kind of compare, right? So you have in psychology, right? There's a section called industrial organizational psychology. That is the most boring fucking type of psychology ever. It's boring as shit. You're going into companies and you're essentially telling them on how they could better themselves through psychology.
Nice.
The classes were fucking atrocious. I got a D in college in that fucking class. The money you make being an industrial organizational psychologist is stupid. For having a bachelor's, essentially, if you get into the industry, you can have a bachelor's, which is might as well just go and fucking wipe yourself with that shit. And you could be making some serious dough from being an industrial organizational psychologist and hating yourself on a day-to-day basis.
Nice.
But then looking at your bank account and being like, okay,
it's worth it.
Yeah. So it's the same thing with something like, I would say like a trade show magician. Whereas internally you want to kill yourself, but externally when you look at that and they're like, oh, so we're going to pay you, 10 grand for 4 hours. And you're like, oh, okay. Why? Because it's Pepsi. But then you have to work your way up there. Yeah. But kids' birthday parties are always, I guess, the initial one, is always looking for entertainment. And also the experience that I've heard. I've thankfully never fucking even been close to doing one of those. But the experience that I've heard from magicians saying about kids' birthday parties and working through that has been experience that sets you apart from everybody else, because at that point, if you could handle kids, you could handle anyone the fuck you want. So you're not going to have an issue. But those are typically the easiest way you make money with magic. Trying to be a YouTube magician, that's hard to do. That's hard to do, to make money. It's really hard to do. But doing it other ways. And don't think, Stephen Johnson says, IO psychology is what I do and I'm making bank. Nah, bro, necessary to have a master's degree. Okay, so you have to have a master's. I guess I would have learned that had I not gotten a D in the class. Fucking, the teacher was so hot. Oh my God, bro. She was like fucking 30-something. Fine as shit.
Yeah.
I think she had a doctorate. She was so hot. But fucking bitch and her stupid test. But yeah, your data analysis is a bad part, and nowadays with AI and machine learning. So I'm telling you make a lot of money doing it, but I wouldn't do it. I'm sorry, I just shat. It's not for me. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It could be perfectly fine for you, but for me, it was one of the worst.
You're better than that.
No, it was just that you know what it was? It's that I failed the class, so therefore I have a particular animosity towards the class and the style. Gotcha. Maybe it's too good for me. Is that what it is?
Too good to be true?
No, not too good to be true, but maybe I'm not smart enough to be an IO psychologist. Could be. But they make bank. So that was an interesting class that I took a long time ago. But it's the same shit, I guess. It's the same idea with trade show magicians, and there's a bunch that do it very, very well. I know Doc Hilford, who's actually here in Miami Beach. I think he's based off of here. He's one of the greatest mentalists. And he has a very, very good approach to a trade show, because what do you need to do? You need to draw attention, right? So he has this idea where he's essentially making this bet. So he's running around the fucking floor holding $100, and he says, "Oh, you want to win this? You want to win this? Come over here." And he draws the audience. It's the same thing as those magicians that you see on like Key West, that they're able to start with nothing and get an audience, right? It's the same thing with that, but you're trying to get people to buy your shit.
Oh man, I've never had a Key West magician before, dude.
It's in I forgot which square it's in, but there's a square in Key West that
It's a magician square?
No, they have performers.
Where we meet up and do magic together?
If that was a thing, I would go there with one of these you know what I'm talking about? The fucking and just do everyone a favor. Do everyone a favor. Let's see what happened here, Brian. PigCake stopped doing children's parties when people kept confusing him for the kids. I'm not gonna ban you, okay? Because I respect your comments, but I'm gonna fucking. Oh man, I'm gonna.
I just read the comment.
I fucking hate everything. Is that hold up, there was this one, that guy sounds like he shouldn't do kids magic. Is that Fernando OP? That's fucked up. That's racist.
Who's Fernando OP?
He's a YouTuber that he does tutorials. He has a couple, I think he has 100,000 or something followers and shit, but
that's what's up.
He's very very weird when it comes to stuff. So he's like, are you going to take the card, and you're going to put the card in the middle, and you're going to do the pass to bring it to the top. But then he has like a very Christian page. So his page is like very Christian. So it's just a weird mix of like stuff. Those are interesting magicians, the gospel magicians.
The gospel magicians?
That's a type of magic. This card represents our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
That's a thing?
And this deck represents all the things he did to make sure that you are atoned for your sins. And he goes in the middle. Notice my subtlety. And he's going to make it to the top throughout all the sins and the... I haven't read the Bible in a long time. I haven't read that.
That's a thing?
Yeah. Gospel magicians are great. It's like a...
You got to do a freaking thing on that, bro.
What I remember mostly about it are the forums. So forum posts of people talking about like gospel tricks. And they're incorporating the Bible into their magic. So, instead of like, hey, we're going to go back in time, it's like, hey, do you know Noah's Ark? Well, this deck is going to represent Noah's Ark. And these are going to represent all the animals that Noah saved. So the job is to get the animals to Noah's Ark. And then you do the trick.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And you die slowly when you see that. Xavier Spades hates Fernando for good reason. He steals other people's materials that's not his. Well, you try to explain to him. You try to explain that to him, and he goes, no, I don't understand. He's like that.
No,
no, Superman, no here.
No, it's not here.
Who's that?
That's
Family guy?
Family Guy.
Consuela? No.
I forgot that's her name.
That's fucking racist. The cafe has a forum okay, so I could read. The cafe has a dedicated forum for gospel magic, but all they post is animal pornography.
That makes sense.
That does make sense. But yeah, that's where I first saw it. I first saw it on the Magic Cafe forum. They had a bunch of just gospel stuff talking about. My favorite one is Professor's Nightmare. Right, it's a trick where you have 3 different pieces of rope, and then you make them all the same length. and then you bring them back. So one is short, one is medium, and the other one's long. It's a cool trick because imagine all 3 ropes turn to the same length, and it's very visual. It's one of the first like kids tricks that you kind of learn. And this guy was like, "Hey guys, I'm thinking of doing a set at my church this Sunday, and here are the tricks that I have so far: hippity hop rabbits, Professor's Nightmare, and I want to do a change bag where the egg in the bag changes into I don't know the Jesus cookie or some shit, and then I can hand out the cookies and say, here's the body of Christ." And you're like, "Wow, that's gross. That's gross."
Where's
I remember,
that bag been, first of all? You don't want to eat cookie from a bag.
Well, you know they sell those like wholesale.
No, dude. You know there's a company that specializes in church, like the holy water and the crackers and the wine.
That's really funny that they're mass produced. They're like in a sweatshop somewhere in China, just like
how crazy is it, dude? Making
bottles. But what I find funny is that notion of like tying in the gospel to magic and like trying to like shoehorn it in to that. I find that very interesting because you're doing normal tricks, but you're like, oh, but I'm gonna talk about Jesus. I went to this was an ex-girlfriend's renewal of vows. Her parents.
Okay.
And they're Catholic. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing because you're in there, and this is a very Latin-based church, and they're playing the bongos.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like,
never been to church with bongos.
Okay, but this church had bongos.
That's amazing.
And then I'm like, so the guy's playing the bongos, and then he's like, hey, yeah. I'm like, what? Is this church? Like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm sitting there in the pew, right? I'm sitting there, just like this. And then this guy's like singing, like really weirdly. He has to have touched someone. The way he was singing at such a high pitch that I'm like, that's
maybe he got touched.
That's the high pitch of a person that diddles with the skittles of children. That's what I'm saying. So then here's the thing. At some point, you have to pay them, right? You have to give them like money. Like you have to they bring around the basket and they pass the basket and you have to put money in there. And by the grace of God, I had like $1 that I put in there because I didn't want to deal with the when that basket was coming towards me, I was sweating because I'm like But then here's the thing you got to do too. You stand up and then you got to shake this person's hand and then you got to shake this person's hand. And then I'm like, okay, here you go.
The person in front of you?
Yeah, and then I shake them.
Then behind you?
Yeah.
And the ones that are extreme that come from across?
I'm like, what's this, right? I don't understand what the fuck. So I'm lost here, and I think people were paying attention because I look like a retard. I look like a functional retard. I'm there.
You look like John Travolta.
Just lost, and then
that's a good meme.
I dropped $1 in the thing, and I regret that. Let me tell you, I regret. I've spent money on stupid shit. I've spent so much money on stupid shit over the years.
Name one, bro.
Something stupid. Rising card deck.
No, that's pretty cool.
Vanishing birdcage.
That's pretty cool.
Case in point, listen. Case in point. What I'm trying to get at here is there are very few things that I regret in terms of spending money that I remember, right? Yeah. And this was $1, right? It's just $1. I regret that to this day. I regret that.
Go back and get $1.
The other one that I regret was the Seaquarium. So going to the Miami Seaquarium and dropping $75 to watch a manatee in the size of a baby pool. They have a manatee that's the size of like, I don't know, who's someone that's fat? Shamu. They have a shamu inside of like a kiddie pool, inside of this shit. And I'm not one that's like an animal activist, all right? But I'm looking at this shit, I'm like, dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's, what the fuck?
You need to just go to the bridge on Key Biscayne early in the morning and just see it for free.
That's funny.
Throw a bunch of lettuce at it if you want.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. If you go running up the bridge, you'll see it.
It's fucking gross. But I paid $75. I regret that. That Seaquarium was one of the worst experiences I've ever had. And I'm not like a fucking animal, like, oh, animal rights. No. But I saw this shit and I'm like, dude, this fucking manatee's in there. And the size of like, I'm not even kidding, the space from that to here.
Yeah.
And to maybe over there.
Yeah.
This giant manatee. And I'm like, dude, and the water's dirty.
Yeah.
People got paid for that shit, bro. So what do we got here? Joe Bluth, the Chrissy magician. If my church had bongos, I would probably go. That's the part that weirded me out too, because I went there, and then the first thing I hear is like, yeah.
Venezuelan.
Like fucking...
Not like a Venezuelan church to me, bro.
It sounds like a fucking Miami Cuban pit bull is going to come on and be like, oye, dale, Hey, praise God. Praise God. Listen to my next album. We out here. Hey, my 305. We out. Do I have a good pitbull? I think I have a good pitbull.
You nailed it, bro.
I think we have a good pitbull.
Have you been to the Mac? Is it called House of Mac?
I think with you.
Did you know the owner of that restaurant was the fucking manager of Pitbull?
I believe that. Everyone here is on a hustle.
He quit being his manager to open up that shop.
I believe that. Everyone here is on some sort of hustle, man. We're all hustling. We're here hustling on PigCake, all right, on Ham Radio, trying to get people. Go ahead, subscribe to Ham Radio. Look at the link in the description below. We're going to jump to Ham Radio. If you guys, I swear to God, if I get like an email saying, hey, PigCake, we missed your streams on Wednesday. And I've said explicitly that we're going to do the streams on Ham Radio, the YouTube channel. I will find you in a self-defense situation. And your family will not miss you because you're a magician and they want to get rid of you anyways. So we're going to be doing these streams on Ham Radio. The link is in the description below. If I get one email, I will trace the IP. What's this? I regret my first run Black Tiger deck. I remember that one.
We just saw that video today.
Shout out to Brad Christie and Daddy. All right, shout out to him. I miss him. He already left, but I already miss him. I should have been like, that's Peter. But I should have like.
They all sounded like that.
Don't leave. Don't leave. I love you, Brad. But yeah, so the premier self-defense situation podcast on YouTube. That's what we're doing here. We're the premier self-defense situation. If you come at us, we'll come at you twice as hard. All right. I think my pitbull is really good. I think my pitbull imitation
Mr. Worldwide
is pretty good. He comes in, hey, dale. Hey, you guys want to see he has a school over here. He has a school that
school now?
Yeah. The sports school on 12th.
That's not his. Slam?
Slam. That's
Damn. That's his school?
Pitbull has a school here.
Shut up. That's in the shadiest neighborhood too, by the way.
It is. I was going to say I used to live by there. That's not true. So case in point, magicians are weird. We have different types of sex, and then I think that's the other one. I think there's one more message that I skipped, by the way. So let's hear this one.
All right, Piggy. I was curious, what is the most recent trick or like move that you have learned? And on a non-magic note, for both of you to answer, what has been y'all's favorite movie of 2019 or your most anticipated movie of 2019? Peace.
Most anticipated movie. This is what I was telling you earlier. Joker. Joker is one that I definitely want to watch. Joaquin Phoenix. I saw a spoiler because apparently, I don't know if you know this, but any movie that's come out ever, if you go on Instagram, somebody from Israel or Iraq posted the video
already.
That's what Satchel did on IG for Endgame. So he's like, hey, warning, spoilers ahead. I'm like, there's no spoilers. The movie hasn't come out yet. And then I look and then I'm like, I see the ending of the movie and I'm like, that's the ending of the movie. Same thing for Joker. I saw the ending of Joker already, but I'm waiting for that. And I'm also waiting for, a movie I saw recently that I was bawling my eyes out. La La Land, man.
Oh, that's a good movie, bro. Yeah, with what's this chick?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Emma
dude.
Stone.
I love Emma Stone, dude. She's so hot.
I was bawling in that movie.
Great fucking movie.
The end of the movie.
I know. You thought they'd be together.
Here's the thing. The Midnight. I can't even listen to this song.
I know, dude.
So wait, The Midnight has a... did you watch that one too? The music video?
Which one?
Okay, so The Midnight is one of my favorite bands. They come up with retro wave music. And somebody made one of their songs called Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. And they used scenes from the movie La La Land. I can't watch that. I watched that 2 days ago with headphones on because I'm editing a fucking a picture. And then I have the headphones and I just look at the video of La La Land and I'm there. Hey! Because at the end of the movie you're like, oh, okay, they maybe... they made it. Maybe at the end, the whole thing with her having a husband, maybe they got back. And then she snaps back into reality.
Yeah, man.
Oh, there goes gravity. And she comes back from La La Land.
Damn.
And everything's realistic. And you know what killed me? When she's looking at him. And he's looking at her.
Yep.
And he goes...
I know, right? That acknowledgement.
Of like...
Like,
I guess
that
we made
was
it.
done.
I was
Good movie.
It fucking killed me. It wrecked my ass.
Dude.
So I watched that movie, I think maybe a week and a half ago, and I still can't get over. I can't get over that. Dude, that fucking 1 inch of head movement from Ryan Reynolds in that movie is enough for me to go. Where did you? 1 inch of head of just him doing this, and then Emma Stone smiling.
Dude,
I can't deal with
great
it.
movie.
Just got home from the magic hall. It was awesome. Thanks for letting me know about it. That's the most phenomenal thing that I've ever seen. You can be a magician too. You could look at this card right here, and this card on this side, and on this side as well, and on this side, and on this side. But then our show is also on that side.
Oh, that's so great.
and then he just pauses, and I'm like, is this what autism looks like?
How many sides of that card is there?
In that,
Wow.
it was done.
16. He goes 1, this side, this side,
Wow.
this side,
Oh, okay.
this side. So he's
Wow.
doing like all the paddle moves with cards.
Ooh.
And then at the end he goes, this side too.
Ooh.
And he had the stupid magician face. When a magician does a thing, like let me just do this. Name a card.
2 of hearts.
2 of hearts?
Yeah.
Ooh. I didn't do that on purpose, by the way.
Oh, it's so good.
I should have done some shit. Name another card.
3 of hearts.
3 of hearts. 3 of hearts or
Yeah.
3 of this is my, by the way, my this is my attempt to control the card. 3 of what? 3 of
Hearts.
Hearts? Wow, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. Let's see if we could do this.
Oof.
No, you're
Oof.
missing out the face. The magicians do this shit. They do this shit where you find a card, right, or you do something, and then they'll just look at you and wait for the reaction.
Like the David Blaine? Oof.
That's what he was doing. He was giving you that look of like, I just fucked you up, didn't I? No, you didn't. That's gay. Stop that look. Stop looking at me that way. It's a card trick. It's fake. What
I
you're
told
doing,
look at my girlfriend.
what you're doing is fake. It's not real. All we're doing is a meme. All we are memes. And you're taking yourself seriously here with this stupid card trick.
And creating a meme account on Instagram.
But yeah, this live stream is what autism looks like, says Oxymoron 45. Thank God it's not 52. I would have lost my shit.
I would have banned him.
I would have lost my
No
shit.
52 is allowed on the chat.
Brian says, fuck La La Land. Ryan Gosling went all on the talk show saying that it was him playing a piano, but for the most part, he's lip syncing or finger syncing. Yeah, he's doing this. You know how people like, they air guitar?
Mm-hmm.
And then let me tell you tell me what song goes like this.
All of them. Every single song I've ever air guitar goes like that.
Because in my rudimentary guitar playing from when I was 14, this is mostly it. You ready? There's
Great song.
Thank you. I appreciate it. There's none of this. So this shredding, even shredding, you're not doing this. You're moving from like string to string. You're not fucking. There's no this. So same thing with playing piano. This is people miming playing piano. They're doing this.
That's exactly what I see when I see Willie piano. Yeah.
So this is what Ryan. I was gonna say Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Gosling was doing in that movie. He's just like this,
Authentic.
but he looks hot, so he got away with it. I felt like my first month in Magic all over again. That's funny. I bet he closes his show with a 17-sided business card trick. At the end of his show, this guy goes on and he goes, wait guys, I have one more thing. You guys could look at the show, which is printed on this card. And on this side. And on this side. And it's also on that side. And it's doubled up on this side. But more importantly, you can get my phone number on this side.
How many people threw their panties at him?
None.
Oh.
They were children. They were all children.
That's
so
weird.
if they did, he would
That's weird.
hopefully finally go to jail like he deserves. So hold up. We got the messages. We got the Cyborg magician. We got the restaurant. We got the trouble with memers. We have the 17-sided business card. That's going to go on Magic Stream at some point. Magic Stream Illusionist. You could find me there when I'm going to show the 17-sided business card. I'm going to expose him for what he's I'm going to expose him for what he is. So here we have a double fucking black person. So here we have a double-sided card with 2 backs. But it's also got 2 faces. But it's cool because we have 2 backs.
Ooh.
That's going to go on Magic Stream.
Ooh.
And people are going to unfollow at high rates.
What do you have going on with the channel this week?
Well, tomorrow's gonna be a little bit of a video. Sponsored, actually, officially sponsored.
Ooh,
Real channel. Out
making
here.
money over here,
Getting
bro.
sponsored. I owe them money. Actually, owe them. I didn't know that's the way it worked.
Really?
But you sign a contract for them, and they're like, so we send you an invoice. I'm like, how does this? What do you mean? I shilled you guys, and now I owe them money.
But then what it is first you give them $2,000, right? And then they'll give you the royalties to the company by some guy who owns trillions of dollars from India.
Yeah.
And then he gives you the account number.
It's a reverse, it's an upside down flower. It's an upside down flower. That's what it is. It's a reverse pyramid. It's a tulip. That's my favorite one. It's a flower.
It's
a flower, yeah. So you have
a flower scheme?
It's a flower scheme, but here's the greatest part. So what it is that, for example, you have somebody in the middle, and then people work around them. So people work for them.
Oh.
And then they tie down to this guy in the middle. And then people work for them.
Oh, wow.
Right? So people work for these people. What's this starting to look like?
Oh.
It's a
funnel.
It's a fucking pyramid.
No, it's
a pyramid from on top.
It starts as a flower, then it goes to funnel, and then you turn it upside down, and it's a pyramid scheme.
Pyramid schemes wreck my butt, bro.
I told you a story about that guy who tried to recruit me, right?
Yeah.
I mean, bro.
And they always hit you up.
And he used the word reverse, and he used the word funnel, and I'm like, it's a fucking pyramid scheme, dude.
Nah, it's a reverse funnel system, multi-level.
Call me.
Fuck, that shit wrecked my butt. Dan Sperry faked that robbery. Yeah, that's another thing people have mentioned for me to mention.
Is that the guy from the show?
From what?
Fuck, what's Empire? That's the guy from Empire?
No. Dan Sperry, he's a stage magician.
Oh,
yeah.
Never mind.
Crazy dude, great guy. He's dope. He hit me up in the DMs a couple times, but he got robbed, man. He got robbed pretty nasty. Somebody robbed his warehouse.
Oh, you dumb, yeah.
Yeah. So they did a GoFundMe. I should link that when this video goes up. I'm gonna link it in the description below because it's kind of shitty. He, from what he thinks, it's somebody that he knew that went into the warehouse. Because imagine a warehouse, nobody's gonna know about your shit. And then a warehouse not gonna have a lot of security. It's just gonna have a door, but you have all these very expensive props. That's essentially your show. So somebody stole his van, somebody stole a bunch of his props, and they were raising money. Last time I saw it was very successful, the GoFundMe, but I think it's obviously going to be a long ways before he gets his show back. But he's a very funny magician. I remember the first time I saw him just do his shit. I'm like, this guy's fucking, because he looks like an asshole. Mm-hmm. So he has a bunch of makeup. His fucking hair is like a mess. He's wearing like pigtails. And then at some point, what I love is that he lifts his shirt at some point in the show, and he has a bra on, and he doesn't. He just has a bra. Like, that's a sight gag. I died when I saw that shit. Because I'm like, imagine this bony, skinny magician guy that looks like Marilyn Manson had an abortion, and then he lifts his shit, and he just has a bra. He just has a bra. But yeah, so he's going through a hard time, but hopefully,
damn, poor guy, dude.
The GoFundMe, I'm going to leave it in the link when I put this video up. Who would steal magic props? And they also found the van key in the warehouse. Yeah, right. Oh, so you're saying that it's a conspiracy. I mean, I doubt it. I don't think this guy would go through that sort of stuff, especially for this, and especially if somebody catches you lying about this sort of stuff. Could you imagine the you'd be fucking reprimanded.
You're done. It goes reputation.
So unfortunately he's going through this whole thing. But so I mean, I'm gonna put the link if people are interested in that. That handling gave me AIDS. Was Butcher here tonight? Oh yeah, Butcher. But is that it? Are we good? Subscribe.
I think subscribe to the show.
The Ham Radio.
Hold on. Let me look at the new hotkeys that we have.
Subscribe to Ham Radio. We're out here. We're gonna be moving to that. We'll let you guys know.
Okay.
When we move
like the stream
to Ham Radio officially. But
we got some nice swag coming out soon.
Some swag.
So some shirts maybe.
Some heat.
Some playing cards maybe.
I don't know about that. I mean, maybe.
Okay.
I got my cards.
Ooh.
Somewhat.
What's up with your cards, bro?
Yo, things are happening, man. Ooh. Box art is getting some work. Cards. We're in the prototypes. All right, we're just waiting for the prototypes.
Prototypes. When are they gonna get here?
No idea. Depends on MDP or make playing cards.
Yeah.
Depends on them whenever we get them. But hopefully that could be something that I could start teasing.
Ooh.
And see. My goal is to be Assad. That's what I want to do. I want to be Assad.
$1 million.
I'm coming for you. All right, Assad, and your fucking mints. What's that? Is that a herb? Is that something you add to your tea to try to make yourself feel better? All right, that's not what I'm about. I'm about real stuff. All right, I'm about hams and radios and
White Claw. Apparently, that's White Claw. Limited edition for nothing.
Hit the like button if you guys like White Claw. All right,
hit the Dude, I'm not even
You're
gonna.
gonna say hit the dislike button.
I'm not even-
White Claw is universally well known.
I'm not even gonna.
So I think that's the show. Thank you guys. Yeah, the piggy deck is not my deck. That's not my deck.
No, the oink oink deck.
That's not my
No.
deck.
Sorry, dude.
It's an ite deck, but it's not mine.
No.
So I don't know.
Did they even at least send you? You know, like if you're gonna ask to represent, did they send you something?
I rather keep it separate because that's his deck. That's
I know, but
his
at
own
least
thing.
give you something. You know, like don't ask me for something.
No, because then it's confusion. Imagine if I'm using this deck, then people are gonna think, oh, that's your deck. So I'd rather not do that. But it's not my deck. So yeah, that's a thing. That's a little bit iffy. He hit me up a while ago and he said, hey man, I just want to make sure I'm not stepping on you. I'm like, no, it's your own deck. As long as you don't make it seem like it's my deck.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. But that's his thing. It looks fine, but not my deck.
So how does it feel being a cool scooter owner, bro?
I just remembered I had to scoot home today. I just remembered that it's dark. We were in the hood and I had to scoot. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week, Wednesday at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. we will be here, dying slowly, hoping for death. I'm honestly hoping that an asteroid comes in and ends us so we wouldn't have to go through this. But thank you guys for joining. All right. We don't have an ending.
Do like a magic trick.
Skippity doodah, skippity day, skeet skeet, and stay